A first carry now. This is a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the men at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. He gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 at the 19. Working from the gun. Rodgers flushed out right to get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Kamara. Yeah, he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into sitting
up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. He'll right, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. In for the score. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Rodgers to throw on second down. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Flush to his right. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
A nice run leaves them just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They come out here in the I. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 50 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Dobbs is throwing. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He can run for it, and he will. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Going deep this time for Miller. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Throwing is Rodgers, being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And that's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And he's got Miller. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. In for the score. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour.
Take four. Flex round.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Flex round.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs flushed out right. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Flex round.
To throw is Dobbs. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. Oh, he's going backwards. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Demario Davis able to finally wrestle him down for a huge loss. And that'll take us to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Flex round. Let's go. Grand 38.
On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Dobbs now on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Dobbs. Flush to his right. Uncorks one for Davis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Point after try forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Buying time to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw is Rodgers. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. They're going to try and throw. Steps away. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So out come the Bucs now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. He's going to rifle one deep left and got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Zone infraction.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Here's Dobbs to throw. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll throw now on the final play. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. In for the score. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen. But when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Working from the gun. Rodgers completes it to Moncrief left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now Rodgers. And he's got Moncrief. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 yards there at a first down. Now Cohen. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Jump out! Jump out!
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a second and goal. They'll get it up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Throwing now is Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Again, this is Kamara. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back to throw Dobbs. And Davis with it left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
On play action, it's Dobbs. That is caught at the 7. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Liz.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We all going.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, Rodgers. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Here's Rodgers, and they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier. In from his linebacker spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. On 2nd down, Dobbs. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you Laddie?
He called me Laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ohio!
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He's going to fire one deep over the... It's caught inside the 25. A big play for the Bucs there on third down. 41 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at about the 31, the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Dobbs now on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Hot!
Now Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Let's go! White 90! White
90! They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing here, Dobbs. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
He's going to get it running right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Ohio! Ohio! Motion, motion, motion. Ohio! Ohio!
Dobbs is throwing. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. 1-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle
pressure situation? But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the...
Thicker the pie, thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Meet them a bite, now listen to me, no Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way it been made it, the is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Why I ain't holding around, just a little murder. Now the cutie, and I don't give a, tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim, in my denim, she was trying to for it out, she don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane hacks for a plane. In the front seat, that a fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on the kid, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, my. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really running for money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the